Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you know, I'm Stephanie. I do a lot of book content in here and a lot of lifestyle vlogs. So today I'm kind of doing a reading vlog because I haven't been reading and I need to get back to it. So yesterday I did not read at all. So here is the main issue. So I just came back from Europe. I keep saying that. In reality, it's been almost a whole month. I think it's been this is the 4th week when I'm filming this that I've been back. But that's just to show you my dilemma. I have not been reading. Now I wanted to film this video pretty much after finishing this one because then it could start off new, but this is still a good beginning. So I have only 100 pages left of this book. Now if you have been watching me for a while, you know that I am prioritizing not reading as much, which you're probably like, that doesn't even make sense. You guys, I used to read so much books at one point, which is never a bad thing, but I would read literally 1 book a day. Sometimes I would read a book and immediately start a new one and then finish it the next day. And sometimes that wasn't healthy because I wouldn't watch any movies, I wouldn't watch any TV shows, I wouldn't go out as much, I wouldn't do a lot of stuff. Like I would be just stuck in just reading. So I am prioritizing only reading up to 100 books this year, which I'm up to 67 books right now. And I feel like that's a good point to be in for being 6 months into the year. This video is going to be me trying to get back into my reading. I just want to get out of this kind of fogginess where I'm not reading. So we're gonna finish this book, but we're gonna take this outside because I think the weather is actually really nice today. Also, we bought a pool. I was gonna get a tanning pool, but instead I got this one because it was the same price. And it's extremely dirty right now because it rained like thunderstorms yesterday, so we need to clear it out. But you're gonna be seeing me reading here. These PJs I got at TJ Maxx, and I got like the cherry ones as well, which is a nude color, but they're the cutest PJs. They're cotton, they feel amazing. I am posting again on my TikTok, so if you guys do not know, I post a lot of book content on my Booktalk because I also have a regular TikTok where I do other reviews or post regular videos of like my daily routine, stuff like that. All of my social media is always linked in the description box, but it's always also at the end of the video, like the last screen is there. And I just posted, I'm doing like a little series on my page where I'm doing like my favorite YouTubers of all time, specifically starting with booktubers, then doing another part of booktubers, and then going to regular YouTubers. So the only thing is, TikTok keeps pushing me to do like talking videos because apparently like it gets more like attraction. But every time I do like talking videos, my videos don't do good. But when I do just like regular recommendations, like with an audio, like music in the background, and it's only like 20 seconds, those videos do the best. So I'm so confused on the people that have these TikTok accounts that are for books and they have like 60,000 followers and they only do talking videos. And I'm just like, how do you have so many people interacting and watching your stuff? Because all the talking ones, I literally have close to 300 views. Now the videos where I'm recommending, I have 24,000, have 1,400. I have 20,000. Like, and those are just some examples. But most recommendation videos do like up to 4,000, 8,000. I have like 7,000. I think the biggest one I've had was like 50,000 one time. But my video's point is, all my recommendation videos where it's just like this, like it has so many views. But talking, I think the highest I've reached was probably like 500 views. So I don't know what to do here. The fact that this is my view. I'm never gonna fully understand when books, or I guess couples or friends with benefits do this, when it's like, I can't offer you anything, so it's only something or nothing. And she literally just said, because this is a best friends that fake date for everyone around them, but it's more like a fake marriage. Like they're about to get married, but not really. They're using it like for their convenience, and obviously they have feelings, whatnot. But the thing is, this couple, they both want each other, but he's just not willing to commit. And it's not because he's a player necessarily. They both have trauma, I guess. So she's just like, nothing, like I would rather fake break it off with you, because that was the plan the whole time. And he's just like, why can't it just be something? And I'm just like, it's the same thing if you were dating, like just fully go on to committing. It's the same thing with people that, I guess, I know marriage is not for everyone, and that's completely fine. But I always find it weird where they're like 10 years together and they're like, I just don't see the point of marriage. It's the same thing you're doing, but without the ring. First book done. Okay, here's the rating. I'm giving Tease by Melanie Harlow, I'm thinking 4 stars. I did enjoy it. It's small town, which if you know me, I'm not a small town girl, Lee. But I do think that I kind of want to give it a go. Like I want to get into more small town romances, because one of my favorite series is small town. But like this was okay. I feel like 4 is a little bit high. I almost want to say like 3.7, because I'm not obsessed with it, and I feel like a 4 star is just like, I don't know, I guess 4 is fine. I bought this beautiful blue set of sheets and bed set, but I just put this one on my bed like a week ago because I love it, and I just switched it out. Now I'm just like, I want to put this one on already, but I at least want to wait a month to change it again. This is my bookshelves, if you're new. It goes up to here, and even this section. So these are the standalones. I just posted a video of my physical TBR and all the books in here, so if you want to go into detail, you can see that. I think I might want to do this one, Real. It's a new day, obviously. I actually went to the store. Now, I know this is not pertaining to books, but I'm getting there. I showed you yesterday that I bought like this beautiful blue cover for my bed, and it has flowers, right? I couldn't help myself, and I got this one. And I feel like a quilt just makes sense for the summer, because I don't know about you guys, but in the summer I never go under my actual covers. Like I always just lay like a bed sheet on top and a little blanket, because it's hot. So it's just like, if I get cold, I'll just put like the blanket over, but I never actually go under. And a lot of the like my actual covers are so thick and big that it automatically like gives you like you're hot. So this one has flowers all over it, and I thought it was so beautiful, and it's thin. This is the part that it does kind of pertain to books. So I saw someone say yesterday on TikTok, go to your nearest Ross and buy this shirt, because it says, it's like a black shirt, kind of grayish but more on the black side, and it says hot girls read or something like that. And immediately I was just like, do I want that? Because listen, I'm not a baby tea type of person. I'm not a person that, like, as if you saw my last video, I'm doing more classy, elegant, timeless looks. And while I do think like the ditzy flowers and all that is adorable, and I do like it more, I like it more for like home clothes, if that makes sense. So like my PJs, the ones I showed you yesterday, are perfect for that, but to actually wear now. But I did see a lot of people going in to buy these boxer shorts, and this one I want to show you my little haul, because I did not find the shirt, unfortunately, but I did find the rest of these cute things. So I got white boxer shorts. I don't want to say necessarily PJs, but more like wearing at home, just like throughout the day, and specifically for the pool. This white top, which just has like lace along the trim around the neckline and a little bow, so I think this one would be cute with that. Or I did buy the pink version of it, which once again has a lace, and it doesn't have a bow but it does have a lace, and I can wear it with these. Or I did buy these boxer shorts that are just like white with pink stripes, and then I got blue ones, these that have a little bow here and some type of trim at the bottom. This white tee, and it has, I guess, I don't know if this is lace, but it has some type of details here, and it has baby blue bears, and I thought the bears would be very cute. Okay, I just put this on and it's the cutest thing ever. And the t-shirt, I started reading Rio last night by Kennedy Ryan. Now I've only read one book by Kennedy Ryan, and I always enjoyed her books really well, because she has a way of writing and having purpose with it. Like, I've noticed that sometimes when I'm reading books, they don't have anything to give, and that's why I end up rating them like 3 stars, 3.5, because they're just decent book. Like, they never made me, I don't know, I just feel like she has so much depth to her writing. She is taking me out of the slump, because last night I read up to 119 pages, and I was going through the chapters on the faster side. Like, I was reading, and even though like I saw that I was reaching 100 pages, I was just like, no, one more chapter, one more chapter. This is a little bit forbidden, and she is a rising actor, and he's a director for movies, and he's very popular, whatever. He kind of discovers her, but it's forbidden because he has like an ex scandal. His last actress in his movie pretty much outed their like they got outed for sleeping together, and it was, so there was a scandal, so he's just like, I cannot do this, like I cannot, you know, like it's just, but they're very much attracted to each other. Updates. I am 230 pages in. Here's what I gotta say. It started really good, and I was having high hopes for this because, as I mentioned, this author, she's more in depth when it comes to romance. Like, there's more going on in the background than, but it's like she still does like 50-50, like the romance is still there. However, in this book, I know I said there's chemistry, and there is, but right now it feels like it's more lustful, it's more in that direction, and I'm not necessarily vibing with that. It feels like they're jumping into the spice, and I want more from them, because we see this physical attraction between them, but we haven't seen them getting to know each other, like actually getting to know each other. And I'm just like, I thought it was gonna give me more of that than right away jumping into that. A new day. So yesterday I did not read at all, and I just picked up this book again. It's 6:22. Here's my thing though, they started off really good, but now I'm finding a lot of annoyance with it, and it's just because I thought it was gonna be more romance, if that makes sense. A lot of the book is focusing on the acting on the actual, like, a bunch of the chapters are the script, the actual script, and then the next chapter will be like her getting off the set, if that makes sense. So it's like you're reading what she's doing, but I kind of don't really care that much about the movie. Also, my annoyance also comes from the fact that I just feel like they're always sleeping together. And don't get me wrong, yes, at the beginning there was a lot of spice chapters. Now they just mention it like briefly that it happened, which I'm grateful for because I don't really care for it as much, especially if I'm not invested in the couple. My main thing is I just feel like they haven't gotten to know each other. Also, this is supposed to be forbidden, so the whole appeal of the book is that it's a director with the actress of the movie. They're not supposed to be together. Why? Well, I guess 300 pages. I only have 100 pages to go. Everyone finds out that they're together. He fully claims her because it got out by it got out by paparazzi, by actually his ex actress girlfriend. She revealed it to the public. So what are we waiting for now? The big climax, the big reveal already happened, and it was anticlimactic. I hate when in forbidden books one of the characters has already done this before. It doesn't make me feel like you guys have something special because it happened already. Obviously his ex is an actress. In what way is then their story special? I don't feel like I've seen them actually get to know each other, and I'm just like, this is not romantic. So I'm gonna finish it, and I'm being honest, I'm just gonna be skimming through it. Something that's also bothering me is the fact that she did not care at all about the forbiddenness of the situation. She's a rising star. She was just in Broadway as an understudy. She gets discovered, she gets put in this huge movie, right? It was him always being like, oh, and I'm not even talking like he was resisting it a lot, because it wasn't like a huge resist. It was just more like, I feel something for you, but we're not gonna do anything until the movie ends. That was him. Her, from the beginning, she was all in. She wanted to sleep with him, she wanted to be with him in that sense. And in my head, he even told her, he's just like, you need to be careful about this, because they're gonna, especially because you're a female and you're technically not known, everyone's gonna think you're sleeping your way up to the top. And she was just like, I don't care, whatever. Girly pop, you should care. Okay, like 20 pages out, but I'm gonna say my last thought about the book because I'm going back to the freaking annoyance with the smut, even though it's not being shown. But in my opinion, like, the book, now that everything has been discovered about them, it's leaning more towards her sickness, which she has lupus, and I guess that's fine. It's not what I necessarily thought I was gonna be reading. She's over here sick, right? And she's over here grabbing him, and she's just like, do you not want me? When not? She's just like, girl, you've been sick, like really sick. Like, what? Why are you? Why are you? Be for real. Okay, so it's time for a new book. I don't know what I want to read. I also think I want to pick the book out, but I don't think I'm ready to actually to read it, because I have to edit tomorrow's video, which the last video I posted for you guys was all the books I have yet on my physical TBR. Oh, by the way, I'm also wearing the set I bought. I like them for PJs. It's cute. My reading style has also changed a lot. There's a lot of changes I've been doing to my life, and this is based on my faith. But once you're like seeing what the world really is and you're aligning with God, it's like a lot of things that you read, a lot of things that you do, a lot of things you see don't align with your faith and how you should be living your life. So I haven't read a dark romance or forbidden book in a long time, and I'm kind of in a way scared to read one, because I'm just like, what if this doesn't align with who I am now? Okay, I think I just picked my next book, which, you guys, I was gonna do simply standalone. I even have them sticking out of my shelves. So I would pick it. Just want to read book 1 because it's calling my name. And if I like it, then I obviously will continue the series. But then it's like, okay, so this is the book I'm thinking. Did I mention I Love You? First of all, this cover is horrendous. It's supposed to be Wattpad-y. It actually did come from Wattpad, and that's why I bought it. And it's supposed to be somewhat step siblings. But like she moves to California to her dad's house. She has stepbrothers. The oldest is the one calling, you know, making her feel some stuff. The reason I want to read it is because my fault, this movie I'm obsessed with. I've watched it like 3 times ever since it came out. The only thing is I haven't read this book because I know what happens in the movie. So part of me is just like, it's not gonna be as exciting reading it. So here's my thing. The reason I discovered this series is because people said if you like this, you'll love this. So I think I'm gonna read this because it's giving everything that it said it was gonna give. So for example, people kept saying, oh, the author kept saying like, I think she wrote this when she was really young. But she says something like, why did I write so many parties? But if you were at that point when everyone was reading Wattpad, you know the parties were the best thing because there was always jealousy scenes. Why is everything so overly explained? But it's taking me back to the Wattpad moment where that's how the writing was. Here's the one thing that I'm having like a tiny issue with is the fact that he has a girlfriend right now, and apparently this is his girlfriend since high school, since like freshman year. He's a senior now, right? Why are they always making out? Why is he like, baby? No, 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 no. And I know it's giving how you act, and right now they're very much, it's going in the enemies to lovers area, obviously. So he doesn't see her like that. They don't see each other. They just see each other as annoyance. But that's gonna come back later on to bite them in the butt. Like I could just see the toxicity already coming with the ex-girlfriend at one point. But it's giving, and I'm enjoying myself. Gonna continue reading this, and I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, it finally happened. One of his friends, somewhat friends, got interested in her, and he asked her out on a date, and he's just like, what did you just tell her? And he says, you two are not happening. I'll kick your ass if you even think about it. And it's the way that every time he's with her, he's either being rude to her, ignoring her, whatever. He has a girlfriend, by the way. But the fact that that just happened already. So they're doing a bunch of stuff, right? That partying, she's hanging out with his friend group, right? The one thing I don't like is that she's doing all these somewhat illegal things, right? Because she's young, she can't do much. But the friend group drags her to it. Tell me why he literally just runs off with the girlfriend and doesn't care to look back and be like, where is she? Like, I need to make sure she's fine. So she ends up with the guy that asked her out. And he takes her home, whatever, it's all good. He's literally like, where the heck were you? And she's like, where the heck were you? You just left me. The way I'm so giddy because why is she talking to her mom on the phone, right? Back in Portland. And the mom, you know, regular conversation, like, I miss you, whatnot. But on the other end, all you hear is her saying like, oh, once we get back, we're gonna get a puppy. Like, don't miss me too much, blah, blah, blah. Why does he like barge into the room and he's like, who are you talking to? And she's just like, did you knock? And he's just like, you have a boyfriend back home? Who are you talking to? I'm giddy. Okay, I feel like I keep updating, but that just shows that I'm really invested. Only 120 pages in, but I think I just hit my red flag. And here's the thing, this is not dark romance. Even in dark romance, this would not be acceptable, but he does drugs, and we're not just talking weed. Like he's doing other stuff because he's messed up, right? She discovers it. She tries to stop him. He grabs her wrist really hard. No, I don't know if it's young adult. I don't know what it is, but part of me just knows that this series is gonna be toxic, and we could already tell because of the forbidden aspect of it. And he's messed up, like he's over here doing drugs, so I just know it's gonna be like a roller coaster of events. I'm about to reach 300 pages, right? And I just had to come and update because finally things are happening. They kissed. They're like, this can't happen, you know. It's still very young in a way, which I'm loving, because if this was a dark romance, this would have been. And I'm literally thinking of Little Stranger. Finish this book. It was so good. 4.7 stars. For a second there, I almost gave it 5 stars, but I was just like, hold on. This was exactly like a Wattpad book. Obviously, it came from there, so it gave everything that I remember I loved from Wattpad books. Was there parties at every chapter? Yes. Was it extremely messy? Yes. Was he giving some red flags? Yes. But I just had such a great time reading this. I also feel like I enjoyed it a lot because I went into it having like a lower expectation because I knew it was a Wattpad book, and then it got turned into like a book, and it's the first work the author has. But I just had such an amazing time. Exactly like a TV show where all the friends end up kind of hooking up together, where the teenagers in LA are just running around partying, doing honestly stuff doesn't make sense and isn't realistic, but it works in movies and in TV shows and in books. I don't know, I just had a great time reading this. Also, I just have to say, I literally finished this book in a day technically. Last night I started it. I think I read 120 pages if I'm correct. And today I finished it. It had me on my toes, like wanting to discover all his secrets, which when you find out what has happened to him, I was just like, ooh, this is a closed door book, and I am so happy. In a way, I do feel like it is kind of YA, even though it deals with heavy topics. But I love that it was a closed door book because even when things did happen, I feel like I was more invested in the relationship because it didn't feel so focused on the sexual parts of it. Yes, they were extremely attracted to each other, duh. But the fact that it didn't show that, and I honestly feel like we need more books like that because I feel like it annoys me. I think one of the things I'm finding that it's annoying now when I'm reading books is when I'm reading a book and it immediately goes to that, and I just feel like I didn't see them actually fall in love. Everything that's happening, they did it so well in the movie. Okay, 50 pages in, and there is slightly different things, nothing major. Let's just say he's a lot more aggressive in the book than in the movie. Okay, quick update. I'm 150 pages in, but I'm gonna finish for today because while I do want to get back into me reading and not being in a slump, I don't want to go back to just reading all the time. Maybe it's just because I watched the movie already, but I'm not as excited as I'm reading this. Some things are different, as I mentioned. One thing that is annoying me is how much she hates rich people. She always makes a comment and is always egging him on for being rich, and I'm just like, I'm kind of getting over it. Yesterday I did not read because I went to a baseball game, and look at the freaking burnt I got yesterday. And yesterday was extremely cloudy, so insane. But we're going outside to get in the pool, and I'm gonna continue reading the book. I decided to DNF this book just because, yeah, I know. I love the movie so much and I can't with the book. But I'm going on to book 2 of the previous book that I read that I did love. I already sort of said it, but I'm almost 200 pages in this book, but I'm gonna stop for the day and watch YouTube, just watch regular stuff. And I'm obsessed. Book 2, it's not even, I don't want to say it's better, but the same stakes, the tension, everything that I was loving in book 1, it's back again. He is now in New York. They're separate. They've been separate for a year. The one thing I don't like, I hate when in books the girl ends up dating his best friend, and I'm just like, why? When you know you don't even like the best friend like that. You know, it's just like you do it just because you can. So there's that. And there's just, he has changed for the better. Like, he healed himself. He's finally at a better place. I'm loving it. Going now to this one. I had to DNF this book. I made it to, I think, 300 pages. The main issue I had, I love the movie. I think the movie, they did such amazing way of portraying the tension, the high stakes were there besides the relationship that was forbidden. The only thing with this book is that it's going a little bit too much back and forth for me. It also got translated, so its original language is Spanish and they switched it to English, and I feel like it's not the perfect translation. It, like, I could tell, like, the writing is just not the best this light, so it wouldn't be as dark. Back and forth was where he was kissing all these other girls when he already has known her, met her, he has feelings for her. She's over here kissing other guys. Like, it was just like, no. I can't do it. But I love the movie, and if I watch it again, I would love it again. It's a movie I see myself watching time after time. So for that reason, I think I'm like, I caught myself literally being like, why am I forcing myself to reading this when I've told myself that I'm no longer doing that ever again. Like, if I don't like a book, if I'm just not vibing with it, I'm done with it. Like, I'm not gonna force myself to finish it just because I own it. So I'm gonna keep it, obviously, because the cover's cute. I love the movie, but in the sense of the book, not the best. You guys, I'm so shocked right now. What is actually happening? Okay, I'm literally in the last page and I'm so shook right now because he's breaking up with her when they finally told everyone about their forbidden relationship, right? Which is the hardest part of any forbidden book, like letting the person know this has been happening, you know? But I was mad at him for a second right now. But what he's saying is actually making sense. He's over here talking about, like, I depend on you too much. I'm not good if I'm not with you. And in a way, he does need to heal himself further, but as an individual, if that makes sense, because he healed himself, but more for her. And he's just like, I should be okay, you know, like, so I get it, but part of me still not. Okay, let me finish the last page. Finish this book. I'm officially ending the vlog here because I feel like I read a decent amount of books, and that was the goal of this video, to actually get myself to start reading again. This series has been like the best thing in a way because, one, it's like a closed door book. Is that how you say it? Like, there's no smut, and if it goes in that direction, it's really non-descriptive, just like the old stuff you would read back in the day. And it's more about the romance and how, in a way, toxicity, I don't know if I want to call it that. I don't know, it's a lot about the romance. I'm having such a great time reading it. I really love the characters. Like the couple in here, chef's kiss. It's like I'm rooting for them. I understand them. I can see their love. It's a roller coaster. At one point I was going to give this book 4 stars, but I think I'm giving it the same rating as the previous book, which I think was a 4.7, just because the end, it got really good. Like, I was just like, oh, okay, they're telling their parents, they're telling everyone. What kind of was the reason for this book? Like, because it wasn't, there was tension, but there wasn't that much issues going on. Now I'm just like, this was worth it. Like, it's like the author said, like, I'm gonna give you a preview of happiness, but bam, I'm gonna take it away last minute. I like this, so I'm gonna end the vlog here.